are now live in 3, 2, and 1.
Yes, it is what it is. We are back again at the Kasi Talks. Now we're currently broadcasting from balcony in Katlehong. I'm joined today by these two phenomenal gentlemen, Colin Nyati and what's your name again? Bonga Khumalo. There's a project that they're currently running. It's a project focused at developing the skill set of people who are alternately abled, right? Because I've been one. I was talking with someone 3 days back. They said, no, it's not disabled, man.
Yeah.
Say alternately able.
Yes.
Right. Alternately able. So, Colin, man, can you at least unpack this organization? Why did you wake up someday and decide, yo, outing bangen? Why that, man?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I've noticed that wherever you go, you don't see the differently abled, the differently others that you see around Emma Patini, or you see them at the churches, and you wonder, why is it? Is it because of the communication barrier? But the main point is to understand what we did not know about disability. As you're saying, the names that we're using are different. So we open a platform where people can communicate and people speak for themselves for their daily challenges, what are they, unlike for us to speculate, to assume that they're going through this and that. So the program is basically about showing that there's a lot of ability. Bonga, for instance, Bonga plays for a rugby team.
You did say
Bonga does wonderful things. Bonga has his brand. Bonga is an athlete. He goes to gym every day. Obviously, if there's no lockdown, So we need people to speak for themselves, tell us what is it that we don't understand. That, for instance, maybe you want to help someone and you don't know how to communicate that message. You're afraid that you might be offending this person. Or they want to ask for help. They don't know how to approach you. So the approach would be different. So we're opening that platform.
So we could say that your organization is more like an intermediary between the general society.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So Bonga, maybe if I can rope you in. Before I ask you the question that I wanted to ask you since I met you at Colin's house.
Yes.
Why do you emphasize that we say alternately abled? And me, I'm like, no, I would say disabled. You say no, alternately abled. What is the fuss about?
Because I believe that disability doesn't limit a person to do anything that she wants, unless your mind is also disabled. Because in a person body, there's nothing that you stop to achieve. Unless if you limit yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, if you limit yourself, that means it's the end of the world.
So the limitations are in the brain, in the mind.
Yes, in the mind of the person, yes.
So you are involved with this organization so far since when I was Panamokoyona. What is it that you want to advocate for within this organization?
Into ekubheke kuwo mina kakhulu ukushintsha abantu i-mindset yabo ukuthi be-positive ngaso sonke isikhathi, because most of abantu bayitshela ukuthi uma bebona umuntu one-disability, umuntu okumele ahlale endlini, umuntu ongamelanga aphumele ngaphandle, izinto zenzeka. So our aim ukuthi sibona abantu abane-disability bangenile emsebenzini, bangenile ey'koleni, bathola proper education. So that's the image lapho ekhona.
So far, where did you go with this thing? I know Ekurhuleni has I think, is it a department or a directory, something like that?
It is a department.
Are you working with them? Are they helpful?
They are very willing, but we yet to finalize it because there were other documents that we needed to finalize and then get back to them, and then they would bill us in their schedule. Yeah.
Okay, so far when you have a brand called Chovito.
Yes.
I'd like to give you a few seconds to sell your brand. What is Chovito about?
So Chovito it's a brand legacy. It means salutation. When you say it's a video, we salute everyone.
Okay. So why did you choose Chovito? We are wanting to
No, bengifuna into ehlukile kunamanye ama-brand akhona. Yes.
It's a marketing
It's
thing.
a marketing thing, yes.
Yeah, sweet, man. Colin, for the last time, man, to bring you in, you have the organization, it's running, you're helping
Yes.
people, but also you're doing motivation.
Yes.
To who are you motivating with this motivation of yours?
We are looking at people who are already adding value, but people who have been seen as I don't know if I should say a burden, because I asked a person one day, I asked them, why aren't you taking a friend with disability to a party when you're invited? And they said, probably maybe they think it's going to be a burden for them or something like that. So what we're doing, we want to show that, as Bonga said, that disability can be a mindset, you know. By the way you're seeing a person and you're thinking, Bonga cannot be an IT specialist, Bonga cannot be a supervisor, he cannot act, and then you take someone who doesn't have disability to act the part, you know. The ability is a mindset. So we're trying to show people that there are people who are already adding value. So these are the people that I'm focusing on,
Sure,
that have ability to motivate others, that
Okay,
you can do it. Because
Okay.
other people who are differently able,
Yeah.
they are not motivated. But if you have people like Bonga who's playing rugby,
Yeah.
and then you see,
can do it.
yes,
Yeah.
of course, he's
Yeah.
sending
Yeah.
in a motivation
Yes.
by Yazin, I can do it, ngoba nangu Bonga is doing it. And if mina, I can't push a wheelbarrow for a short distance and Bonga can push himself on a steep hill
Man.
without stop, who's disabled there? You see, as you said, disability can be a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a mindset thing.
Yes.
It's not in the board.
Yeah.
It's not. But there was this guy, and you'll both answer this question. There was this guy who is differently abled.
Yes.
So utsamaka wheelchair. Yabona?
Yeah.
Utsamaka wheelchair uyopala taxi.
Yes.
Yabona ke listen, this guy is going to struggle ngopala taxi.
Yes.
A re ke mathe ke yo mthusa yabona. Ha ke fitla la ke ke tshwara wheelchair e motho kila nteneng. No.
Yes, yes.
The reason why I have to measure is because of our young kuye kuqala wambuza ukuthi how can I help you okokuqala because into yokuqala amele angicabange lo muntu kumele ubuze wena fact how can nginganceda kanjani yes
So, but many activated takes for them.
Yeah, but you see, this is the reason why we came up with this program. Because previously we were working with the government on HIV and AIDS, you know, changing perspective of people. So now we saw it important with the seasonal program. Because we are also still learning. For instance, I was with Ubonga. Yeah, I was with Ubonga the other day, and then he was telling me, we're talking in general, that he preferred a shower than a bath and stuff. So it's guys talk. So now he's saying to me, after gym he goes to shower. So without thinking, I wasn't meaning any offense. I said, "Ungena na lento eshawe." You know, he laughed at me. You know, he laughed and laughed, and then he said, "This guy uti lento," and I was like, "Oh, anyway." So that's why we're saying it's a communication platform. We're learning how to communicate. You know. Because we say things unaware.
Sure.
Just not so long ago, this younger sister of mine, she said to me, she was in a taxi, so this guy was busy looking at the phone, and then she was irritated. She opened a bag, this guy was looking in a bag, and then she started to snap, saying, "Kanti kinga wena, are you trying to steal my stuff?" You know. And then someone at the back of the taxi said, "No, it's Amalina, because unale, you know." So it shows also that we wake up in the morning, we go out without thinking that in our society, in our environment, we have people who are differently able, you know. So you wouldn't just snap if you knew in your mind that I should mind such things, you know. Yeah, so we're also learning as well.
Nice one, Colin. You had Bonga to climb the steps in a hard way,
yes
when you came here.
yes
So it seems like the designs of buildings and our infrastructure here
Also,
is
yes.
not yet accommodating.
Yes.
And
Yes, also.
Also, you could have had something
Yes.
there too. So
Yes.
are you also advocating for such that maybe infrastructure and transport accommodates people who are differently able?
yes izinto esibhizi sisebenzana nazo lesinokholel because I was talking with him ukuthi most of the buildings awekho wheelchair friendly masikhuluma iqiniso because amanye akhona ama-building akudala amanye akhona akhiwe nge-apartheid ngithola akekho umuntu ozomqonda ukuthi yazi let's accommodate everyone on disability
Yeah.
So we're busy fighting it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. It was an
Yeah.
honor, and may we keep educating people about this thing on the differently abled people, you know.
Yes, yes.
And I'm hoping to have you again, you know,
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
for something like an hour, whereby
Yes.
we will be aiming at educating the public
Yeah.
about differently abled people in terms of approaching
Yes,
what
yes.
needs to
Yes.
be changed and so on and so forth. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Please share the podcast wherever you are, either YouTube, Facebook, Nan. Also, thank you for watching. It is what it is, but it ain't. Do not apply out.